All right, techies and scientists. Thank you for sticking out with me. I had some difficulties getting on live through what's the other one? OBS. What's that? Yeah, Streamlabs. So I have to get on StreamYard and get in. Uh, StreamYard is very simple. It's a very simple setup, but at the same time, it doesn't give you a whole lot of options. I mean, what you see here is what you get. There's a whole lot of other things you can do, but I just don't know my way around it. Stream Labs is a lot more widgets to dance around with, but it's unstable. Uh, Pros and cons. What can I say? I try my best here. Alrighty. I just wanna do like a quick sound check, making sure that everybody can hear me. Hear me? Looks like I can hear myself. It's a good thing. How everybody been so far? All right. So it's last week has been a very it's historical week, and this week maybe not as much, but still there's a lot of shenanigans going on in the market. Let's see. We do have a quarterly earning. I believe that's a clock for later on today. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can choose a different time to live stream. I mean, just every time I try to go live stream on this time, I encounter all kind of issues. Phone is not working, internet have issues, and I'm having issues with Streamlabs, and nothing is coming up. So it's not just issues with me or live streaming settings or etc. It's just issues with everything else. So I'm gonna try to pick a different time. Okay. All right, I think we can hear it. So yeah, so I think today and tomorrow we do have some quarterly earning. But today I mainly want to talk about what a difficult session look like. So I'm gonna talk about that briefly, and then I'll go into um, our traditional way of doing things and kind of take a look at things from a high level perspective. And then we'll also take a look at the gold and silver market. I don't like to trade those. I mean, my thing is you can just buy gold and silver, buy the physical things and store it somewhere. Yeah, but that's pretty much all I do. Besides that, I don't trade it. I don't look at it. And I kind of use it as a measure of how volatile the world is. And to me, that's about it. I don't mess around with gold at all. I mean, especially after what is done last week, it gives me more reason now to mess with gold when it comes to trading or scalping or anything for that matters. I mean, Nasdaq they do have the moments too, like this morning, but the gold is kind of I feel like it's always like that at all time. Macro perspective, fundamental perspective, technical perspective, etc. Righty. So, what does a difficult session looks like? Well, a difficult morning looks like this. Okay, that's exactly what it looks like. Wicks trading sideways for no damn reason. Goes to a level and neon around. I mean, when you're looking at the graph like this, statically like this, um, you don't appreciate how difficult it is. Is when you're actually trading it, when you're in it, that's when you see how difficult it is. Like for example, I was anticipating for the price to get to the what level to this level 25 to 45 and then start going down. It sure did start going down, but it started going back and forth. And all this back and forth can make things very uneasy. And then you're like, okay, what is it trying to do? Is it trying to go up or is it trying to go down? Like, should I reverse? And then this is kind of like all these questions that pops up in your head. And then so it puts you in a difficult spot. So that's what I mean by a very difficult trading day. I mean, the entire market is very difficult to trade. I mean, I think since October, it's been kind of very difficult to trade. And I'm going to show you a reason why. I can get another screen to pop in here. Okay. I mean, I could easily switch a different instrument, but I think it's probably silly. I'll just slide this one over and make it bigger. All right, so this is what I'm talking about, right? Let's see. I'm gonna try to see if I can make it less clutter. Yeah, that takes a while to come up. And let me take it up to 15 minutes first. And obviously that will take a while to get there. All right, so this is what I mean by it's not only a difficult trading session this morning. I mean the whole trading apparatus has been very difficult, and it's been going around the same. I was about to curse, the same damn level. You know what I mean? So it kind of like go up and then around it, spend so much time. And my thing is, if you do not have that particular area highlighted, for the life of you, you will never understand like what the f is going on here. So me knowing that this level is here, being aware of it, um, kind of like relieve some of the frustration. But I mean, imagine you knew, right, and then you're not aware. You're not aware of all this shenanigan that's here. Like, you see how many times it goes around this level in the middle, drop, trade it through it. You think, okay, now it's gonna leave this area, come back down. Nope. Trade in it, through it again, went up, through it, up, through it, up, repel, get into here, repel, go up, sideways. A long time, I'd have you. For like a whole session. Went up, straight down. Like, oh, I mean, yo. And then went up, drop, 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 and then drop through it. Come back up, respect this level, drop down. Like, it's undeniable. Like, it's flooding around that area a whole lot. And that area is the weekly liquidity void on the old contract. But but when you put it on the weekly level, it's still there. So it's a liquidity void. That means there was no trading taken around that time, and it kept floating around it endlessly. And it doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. Okay. And price is plunging down. So remember there was a review and analysis that I did. Um, well, the weekly analysis on Sunday. I drop it on Sunday. I say, hey, if price trade below 25.25, which is right around here, it will automatically go for 24.884 around that area. Yeah, guess what's going on right now? Trade through it is going to get there. And I also believe so once it trades below that, there's a high probability it will get into 24.624. That doesn't mean that's where it's going for the rest of the day, but that's level I would definitely be on the lookout for that it may drop into. I just wanted to double check I can still hear myself. Okay. So when you hear that information, do you say, okay, now I'm about to get in and go short right now? No, absolutely not. So when price just trade below an old low like this, and if you were not in the trade already, you may need to wait for it to pull back. Okay. So pull back to the 25 025 level, wait for it to pull back to that level, get in, and then to go short. Okay. But again, it may get to that level and start ramping and go higher and higher, which raise to a particular level that you cannot stomach. So gotta watch out for that. So today is definitely a sell day. I mean, it's been a sell day since yesterday. The sales drop, keep on dropping. Um, which is kind of disappointing. I personally thought it was going to get above this level, do a short retracement, and then bump higher. But that was like 2 weeks ago. That was my prognostication on that. But last week, based on what it did here on that particular gap, it kind of like jump in here and then start dropping and trade back into the range. I'm like, what it's gonna do is gap down, open on Sunday, and then on Monday or Tuesday go up, clear out these highs here, which what it did, and then it's gonna roll back down lower again below 25.025, and then it looks like it's gonna keep dropping to 28 28.883, somewhere around there. So I wanted to show you like this particular area right there, and I'm going to take it to a weekly level, and then you can have an appreciation for that. And as you can see, there's those gaps here, there's massive gaps. Yeah, so my chart is very cluttered, and that's because I do take a lot of notes, a lot of annotation, and I do a quick review during maybe like on Friday session, like a later on Friday. I do a quick review on how the week performed, and then I do an analysis, and I kind of like project what it's going to do next week. So this is the gap here on the new contract, but on the old contract, you're going to see that red spot here. That big rectangle is going to move up. And that is the NQ December contract. This one right here. Hopefully still there. There you go. And I can see it bumps up. It looks like a slightly shift lower because the way I had it was from body to body, but it looks like a shift lower. But hey, it works out well, so I'm just gonna keep it right there. I think it's probably because of the settlement. So when I first put that bar there, it was like from this body at 25.724 to 25.513. That's where it was. But and after that, it kind of shift and settle, and then it kind of shift lower. And I locked in that particular drawing, which is why it's still there. And it's gonna shift again. It's gonna keep on shifting, and I'm just gonna keep it right there. See, that's what I mean by locked in. So I locked it in. So no matter where these bars end up, it's still gonna stay in that same area. And as you can see, even on a weekly basis, you can see that it's going up and down all around it. Okay. Uh, where are the bars on this? We're in February, and it looks like the whole month of December is missing. uh, that's this thing with Ninja Trader. Like you have like things that are missing. I mean, this whole morning I was looking at my chart, and then there's like from 7 a.m. all the way until like 10, although this whole information was missing. Ah, I know it's not me. So it's gonna take a while to load. Hopefully you can see those bars show up. Yeah, usually that's what I do. I just reload and refresh. It's supposed to be there. It's not there. Oh well. As long as I have the right information available, I think I'm good. All right, let's walk away from that. So that was on a macro perspective, like how difficult it is. But I mean, jeez. I mean, look at this. I mean, beside here, at the one 11:30 when at London close, this whole area is difficult. I mean, I already know the day was going to be difficult by looking at this area right there. So that's why I put the line here at 7 a.m. Okay. And I was measuring how long it was going to take for it to get to these lows here. And it finally ended up getting there what time? 8:50. So I figured if it takes that long to get there and with all these wicks and all this back and forth, it was going to be a very difficult day. So if you want to know how difficult the day will be, this is kind of like how I measured. That's one of the ways. But I mean, even if you look at London, but London is difficult also. So when you're looking at this particular area, I mean, like, why? And we're talking about also the macro environment, what's going on around the world, and everything else. So it's just not favorable for for price to just navigate around with big gaps, and it'll go from one area of the matrix to another area of the matrix. It's just not going to happen like that. So again, what makes it difficult? That's it right here. If you take this whole piece right here, this whole area right there, let me make sure I can highlight it. Let me get that. Why did it go so far out there? If there was a way for me to fold this area right here, like this is what you need to ask yourself. Was all this necessary? That's a good question. Like this whole area that I highlighted in blue right here, was all this area necessary? No, no, it wasn't. So even price poking out like this was not necessary. What I anticipated to was this was proportion bearish, the proportion bearish order block. So this bar right here, and I thought price was just gonna get into it, maybe trade halfway through it, and then plunge. Now what it did is trade right above it. Come on, difficult. And the way those green candle was panning out, it felt like it was like going up really, really fast. It felt like there's huge orders rushing in. And if you were looking at it, you feel like, yo, I think I feel like I need to get into this. I feel like it's about to take off, but it did not. So it tricks you into that it's about to take off. Like I'm so used to it doing it now, I don't fall for it anymore. Not as much anyway. Um, it looks like it's about to take off, and then the candle open here went up really quickly, and then drop, and kind of like the same thing here. So it looks like it's about to go up, open up, drop. It felt like the bottom was about to fall out, and then whoop, trade really quickly, aggressively. Okay, so we're talking about 119. all the way to 239. 100 points. 100 points displacement in 1 minute. It, it's not there's nothing on the academic calendar. There is nothing going on. So, but what's all this movement is about? It's just to trick you out of your spot. So that's why I mean it's difficult. When there's an easy trading day, what it does, it gets here, trade in, and then go lower. Okay. And then it may clear out a low here and then come back up again. And then you'll see plenty of gaps in all in between. Come back here again and then trade lower. Like he'll probably just go back and forth, trading around. I'll take that. I'll take that over this. You know what I mean? But the thing is with it trading on easy days, what can happen is if you're wrong, I mean you are really wrong, and it's really gonna take off against you. So you just gotta be able to pick your poison. Some people are fine with this. I'm not fine with it at all. I mean, it looks like it was going really, really fast, and then now slowing down. Okay. Uh, Maybe it's just frozen. Hold on a second. Man, what is going on here? Let me see if I can disconnect and connect. Uh, Let me close Streamlab since it's useless to me right now. Yeah, it's Streamlab causing all of this. Okay, let's see where we are right now. And give it some time to log back in. Yeah. So by difficult trading day, this is one of the things that I'm talking about. Like it really doesn't respect anything. Like when it gets to this area, why couldn't it just go straight down? No, it doesn't. It could have come straight down, come back up, maybe clear this high again, and then come back lower. Like I'll take that. But what it did is just keep going sideways here, making you think, okay, maybe you'll get into this other block and then trade higher. But nah, it did not. What it did is encounter a lot of resistance here and then plunge lower. I mean, come on, man. So there are more of those days than not. So which is why I always say trade very lightly. Do not overtrade. That's one of the reasons why. Okay. So yep, now we're back online. And now take a look at this. Okay. You see that it trade up. Would you say, okay, now it's bullish, is turning around? And if so, how confident are you that it's actually really turning around? Is it going up? And then is it going lower now to go slightly higher to clear out those highs? Sure, possibly. Uh, is it going to go sideways? I'll say more than likely it is. Why? It's because we're entering the lunch session. If it's been doing this in the morning session, and then it trade really fast like this, there's a high probability it's probably gonna go sideways, at least for the first half of lunchtime, and that's gonna increase your frustration. Gotta be careful with that. But I took in a couple trades right before we get in. Some here, some there. And let's see here. Yep, I really thought here that it was gonna go up because okay, I see it did many multiple time into this other block here. Let me make sure I highlight this other block. And that low fell to go lower. It failed to go lower. And then I'm like, okay, it looks like it's stacking up. And I enter some trade here. And I feel like it failed to go above this particular bearish order block here. So I said, because it was going back and forth. So because it didn't trade all the way straight through, I'm like, man, let me take my partial and get out. I mean, especially when you know it's one of those mornings, you don't wanna wait around and find out. You wanna be able to quickly get in, and if it's stalling, you quickly get out. That's why you'll see a whole lot of arrows and a whole lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense here. And kind of like the same thing here, it start trading up. I'm like, okay, maybe it'll clear out this lows and then start going up. Yep, the candle lit up really green, really nicely. And I said, you know what, let me throw my stop loss because I can't take all that volatility. I mean, this entire time it's flickering and going back and forth. And then I just took a couple trade out. I'm like, I forget it. So for me, the best case scenario would be if it's bullish, if it's going to resume higher, okay, what I would want to see is like a big price, like a big long candle drop, and then a quickly retrace, trade above this or high here, and then start going up. But I don't think that's going to happen. There's a high probability it will probably just trade up. Make sure I can take a quick bite out of that. It's probably gonna trade up, trade above this area here, and then 130, trade higher here, and then keep on dropping lower. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like it's acting like it really wants to go high, but it's dying off. Quick as quickly as it comes alive, it die off that quick too. And then you think, okay, all right, maybe it'll get me above this area, maybe it'll give me a nice little 100 point. Yeah, nah. Just trade it above that high here, get a partial, and then trail your stop loss. See? It's dying off quickly. This is what I mean by difficult trading day. If it was an easy trading day, it would have just quickly trade to this particular level. By the time I'm talking to you like this, it would have trade and clear it out. Done. You know what I mean? And it would have left all this gap. There wouldn't be all this back and forth right here. See how see how hesitant it is. It's taking its time. It's hesitant and it's dropping off. It's clicking off, and it's just difficult. Trust me, I've seen easy trading days. This today is not one of them. Yeah, sure, there are a couple spots that if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to get in there. But see, it's quickly dropping off. Like, what level did he get in here for me to say, okay, let me get a reasonable partial? Can't even barely get here. And this is what I mean by difficult trading day. Like, okay, now what is it doing? Is it done? Is it peeling off? Is it going back lower at this point? Yeah, see, look at it. I mean, if you didn't believe me, now you can see it live in living color. And then if you're a new trader, you're getting tricked left and right. See, and then they quickly die off. As quick as they went up, it died off just that quick. Like, all I want is a quick 25 points. It couldn't even get there. See, difficult trading day. This is what a difficult trading day looks like. Nothing about this is easy. Does this make you feel easy? Comfort? No. Look, it's going back lower. Maybe if you were going short, maybe make it easier. But why couldn't it just clear out this high here? What's going on? Is it that weak? That's why it cannot clear out that high. Now, should you reverse? And then you'll be surprised if you reverse and go lower, and then it's gonna yank and go against you. Like, so this is what I mean, like a difficult trading day. And then let's just say I went short here. I mean, really? Went up that high? So that's what I mean. I couldn't even get a very reasonable partial. I mean, I was tempted to drop it and get that partial and then trail my stop loss. But it's just like, for what? I mean, it's just gonna be just a couple of points. And then look at this. What's gonna happen is now it will trace lower here, and then it may go higher. Then what I'm going to do is probably try to see if I can get it to this level here. I'm not waiting. It's not gonna go any higher than that. So I'm gonna get my partial here and forget this one. Back and forth, back and forth. Let's see what it does here. And then I don't want 1222, and then you're gonna see spike up out of nowhere. I'll be on. I'll watching out for that and see. I feel like it's just going to drop into this level here, and then we zoom higher. Now, if price trade above this and above that, there's a case that okay, maybe it reached the bottom here for today, and then it's going higher. But it's lunchtime, so I don't see it. I don't see it going to do that yet. So this is where you're gonna start going into a price distortion. So it's just gonna go back and forth aimlessly, near and around, go nowhere, and then 130, boom, and then clear out those highs, and then start going higher. But my thing is with all these troughs, that's a massive decline. It will have to be like some kind of very big news, good news event for it to just trade in a couple candles to get up here. I don't see this happening. I think there's a very possibility it's just gonna keep trading lower and lower. But yeah, even though it's bearish, there are always spot where price is just gonna keep trading higher. And another tidbit to show you that price is bearish is when you see these key signatures here, like this one here, like the rapid retracement higher. That's just to trick everybody out of the trade, take them out. Okay, kind of almost the same thing for this one, but I don't know, but not as much. But this, to me, this quick snap is telling me that yes, it's trying to like bring some people out of the market, and this is kind of the same thing here. So people see this, they probably start going short from here, drop lower from here, and then come back out. People put the stop loss here, and maybe over here. And normally I would put my stop loss here, and then boom, kick them out. And this is probably one of those particular scenario here. You're just gonna see like a rapid retracement higher, making you think that yeah, it's bullish, but not really. So I did mention to watch out for this particular area here. So it looks like it's retracing higher, but not strong enough to make it sustain. Let me see if I can add a couple here and see. Let's see if it can get me at least to this level here. See, like at least can you give me up to that to this gap right here? No, not even close. Goodness grief. So this is one of those things. To me now it's too low for me to reverse, but it may end up speeding and get to this level here. Let's see right here. Yep, stop me out. And now it's gonna come alive. Typical. Ah man. Gotta bump you out first. Since I have two, let me see if I can. Nope. So my attempt here is trying to see if it's going to trade quickly and get to this particular fair value gap right here. And if that doesn't happen, if that cannot even happen, I'm just gonna reverse it and then go lower from here. So to me, this particular area right here should be the turning point area, and let's see if we can muster the strength to go there. Now you may ask, why did I let it hit my stop loss? Um, I wanted to let it hit the stop loss to see if I'm going to get this reaction. Again, difficult. Like from here to here in this particular area right here, like which part of this makes it very comfortable for you to just trade? If you go short from here, it's too low. You don't know exactly what it was trying to do here. um, Again, in this particular area, it's supposed to go up. Can we at least clear out this high right here before it start going lower? Not really. You can demand that, but that doesn't mean that's going to happen. See all the back and forth, difficult. if you're very trigger happy, like if your hands on the mouse is like very trigger happy, you can be even with micros, you can blow your account very quickly. All right, so you unless it's trying to clear out this lows here, it is in the discount area. Now you may say, okay, all right, so why did I go long in this particular area if it's what you call it? If it's in a premium? Well, it went lower here, right? Into the discount. And as it's going and leaving the discount, it's into the premium. I was hoping to catch some of the trade for it to go higher here, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. And obviously it hit my stop loss before I could. Yep, typical. And yes. Now you can argue that maybe I got the bias wrong, which is correct. I mean, maybe I get the bias wrong, but I wasn't even trying to trade. I wasn't even trying to go long for the entire time. I was just trying to go short, get a quick scalp, and then get out. But that was not even affordable. So that was not even given to me as a chance at all. So is that. Losing sucks, but that's part of trading. So now at this point, I just watch it. Maybe I wait for it to retrace a little bit higher and then go short. But I have to wait at which particular area is going to stop because I don't want to put a particular target in there because it can go a lot higher than I want. So see, there was not even a chance for it to retrace to retrace higher. Boom, 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 boom. I'm watching out for this one. This box right here. What are you planning on doing? So pretty much I kind of split this in half and then try to see if it's going to come back up here to this particular level here, which with this gap, okay? Now I could say, okay, if I know it's gonna get to this level, can I go long? You can. Would you just want to try that again? Probably not. So what I would do is wait for it to get to this level, and maybe we'll trace to this level here. Let's see. Let's give it a try. Come on. Stop being a punk. Let's see if it's at least going to retrace to this level here and then go much lower, or if it's just going to continue to dive lower. As you notice, the moment I get in to go long, it immediately start going lower. Coincidence? I think not. Jesus. You see that? You see that? This is what I call a slap. It literally slap you. Like, if you'd went short down from down here, I mean, it quickly take you out of the game. Like, what is it that want this kind of level of price action right there? And the reason why I'm trailing my stop loss is because that quick retracement is not something sustainable. That's gonna keep going higher and higher. So I'm just trying to like preserve my capital at this point. It's 12:32. What did it do at 12:22? Yeah. So so at 12:22, spike up a little bit and then drop. Typical. And then at 32, it did this. Every 10 minutes, there's a bus. Every 10 minutes, there's a bus. See that? What did I say? What did I mention earlier? It's going to quickly retrace to this particular level area right here, which it did with this gap right here. If you don't believe me, just rewind the stream. I just didn't think it was just gonna do it that quick. So yeah, we're tracing that particular area right here. So if there was an opportunity for me to go short, it would have been here. And I did say, okay, let me just take advantage of it to go up, to enjoy going up, and that's what I did. I did get a partial. I think that's what 892 927. Jeez. Let's think about it. 892. Yeah, that's over 30 points. I'm partial. Now I'm still kind of like under the water still a little bit. If I had, I don't know, clock it out right here, maybe I would have been breaking even. So I'm not breaking even yet. As you can see, I highlighted this particular area right here, and as you can see price is just dancing around it. Again, another signature of difficult trading. If you spend that much time inside of a box, it's too difficult. It's supposed to be a week into it, and then couple candles, and then go about your business. But nah, it stays there for a while, dance around, and all that. As you can see, it stopped right there. Open here, went up, stop, open up, dancing around, right here. Open, went lower than this candle, still respecting that low. We're trying to figure out what is it trying to do here. So to me, it's gonna go lower. Why? Because it wicked into that particular gap right here, and you also have your bearish order block right there. It wicked into it. So this is a key signature right there. Wick into it and leave. So if you see it dancing around this particular area right here, and you know it's been going lower, it's a bearish day, it's bearish, and it's dancing around like this, and it wick into that gap right here, which is next to this bearish order block. Come on, son, it's going lower, and there you go, and there you go. So as you can see, I'm just making the annotation afterwards, but the thing is, I see it before it happened. And that's based on experience. That's based on lots of losses. That's based on getting your head banging around quite a bit. And then you see the signatures keep repeating every time, every day, and it never stops. It's the same shenanigans almost every single day. Trick you into going up, wick into this gap here, get signature that it's bearish, and lower it goes. Now, because I taking my time and making annotation and explain all of this, so I did not have a chance to go short from here, and it was so quick. There was no chance for me to do it that quick to go short. So, so even though today is a difficult day, there's still a way to navigate around it, but do not overtrade. Don't put like 16 contract because I mean, imagine if you start going short from here and then you think, oh, okay, you went up and it's gonna keep dropping, and then you get that. Jesus. You have 16 contracts in there. You have, even if you had four contracts, four minis, and you're using a platform like I do, it will quickly knock you out. Quick, clean, nice. so so to me, when I combine this with a quick wick into this gap right here, and then it's dancing around this particular wick. So to me, this is probably one thing I should have mentioned. Maybe that's this gap here from this low to this low is the same thing for this, from this to this. To me, I see it as the same inefficiencies. All right, let me put that one here. Let me just put it like just like that. Inefficient. If I can spell right. This is an inefficiency, and I'm just gonna copy it and then just drop it right here. Inefficiency. Okay. So if they are both inefficient, you take a, let's just say you take a, what you call it, a fib, you put it here. Okay. Now this efficient is on the premium level. All right, let me get rid of this, or let me make it go back this way right here. Let me remove some of this things so I can make it clean and clear. So again, I'm making the annotation now so you can see like why and how I was making this decision based out of. uh, but this what I saw in my mind. So in my head, that's what I see. I just eyeball it without putting the fibs here. I say, okay, from this high to this low, there's your structure. Inefficiency, this one is on the premium. This one is on the discount, which is why I went long here and I got my partial right here and I threw my stop loss here. Okay. So this inefficiency is on the premium, meaning from the premium you short, and this inefficiency is on the discount, you go long. If a candle spend too much time in an efficiency, that means a very difficult market. If it's a very difficult market, meaning you probably need to sit on your end or not do much. But if you get this signature right here, you know price has been going lower throughout the entire day, okay? And it's dropping. And you know there's a potential that is dropping. For example, I went long here and it quickly returned against me. Went long here again, returned against me. Went long here, returned against me. Okay? This to me, I'm collecting data. To you, you see that, oh, it's a loss. He doesn't know how to trade. No, I'm collecting data. I'm trying to figure out what is price doing, what's going on there. So if you know it's been doing this, dropping and dropping, and price quickly trade into this inefficiency here, it's at a premium, and it drop here and it's bouncing back and forth, that means it's gonna go lower. It's hesitating. Okay. Because if this was a reversal, if this was meant to go higher, what it would have done is it would have been a big green candle, it would have trade, it would have been a big green one, and it would have trade above these highs. If it trades above these highs and then return lower into one of those other block here and then start trading higher again, that's when we know there's a reversal. That's when you know, okay, maybe you can go long. But all this here is just retracement. Go higher and to make it go lower. Now, how low is it going to go? I said it's going to low to go at 24,888. Let's see where we at right now. Boom, 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 boom. Nah, that's not what I was looking for. Yeah, I guess. Yep, different screen. Let me put it on a daily. And I'm putting all this information based on a daily um, time frame. And remember my weekly review. I did say if it drop below 25.05, let me make sure I can zoom in so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I said if we drop lower than 25.025, it will quickly take out that 24,885. And what did it do? Take it out and took it out. My next target is 24,631. Should you just go start going from short from there? No. You wanna wait until it retrace into 25.05, at least retrace into that particular area right there or very close to it, or retrace to 24.88. What's the low on this one? Yep, 24,887, 24,885. Wait for it to retrace that high, and then when it retraces higher like this, and then wait for it to drop. Just put on your trade on 24,885. This is not financial advice, okay? So, and then trade out your own risk. So that's what I would do. And then just close my eyes and then just let it ride. Now, there's a possibility it may get into this particular area right here, 24,720. That's where I would aim to take a partial and then start trading it. Yeah. Now, if it was an extremely bullish market, what I would expect is price to start going higher from here. Well, there's a small inefficiency here on the daily. Very small. It's a sliver. And you'll be surprised how price just respect the small little gap that you barely saw on the naked eye, but it's there. I can't even get to it. I'll fix it later though. All right. Well, since you're live streaming with me, you're gonna have to put up with me making these annotations. All right. It's coming up to about 1 hour for me. I'm about to get off soon, unless somebody come on the live chat. And damn, I didn't even check the chat. See what's going on in there. Hold on a second. Nah, nobody on the chat. Okay. I'm just gonna keep on rolling there. So that's a low 851.75. What's the high on this one? Yeah, so that's how you get precision. And you just gonna have to keep doing this boring stuff and making annotation and parsing out because you're not going to remember. It's too many moving parts. There are way too many moving parts. I mean, especially if it's moving that fast, also, you're definitely gonna miss out. So the high on this is 846. Take out that. And then you need to put the day 1124. Okay. And that right there. And then you drop on the lower level to see what that means. And probably would need to do the same thing here. Just copy this, make a duplicate. Because I have a feeling it's just gonna drop into this. And when it drop there, I wanna know. Okay. I wanna know. Oh, that does not look too nice. Yeah, maybe a blue. And let's make it well transparent. Okay, and then take a look at this one. Open 7055. Close enough for me. And this one is a close. 555.25. Maybe it's a little too pale. If it's that pale, I'm gonna be questioning like, what is that? Okay. So that's where we are for today. And I am going to drop off in a little bit. I have to attend to other businesses, other things I need to do because trading and live streaming is not the only thing I do. And I'm sure that's not the only thing you do also. All right, so I highlighted those particular areas on the daily, and lo and behold, what's going on here? And that little sliver of daily gap, what's going on here? Resistance. Yeah, exactly. My point exactly. I didn't know it was going to end up here, and we may end up going down to this level here. So now imagine you start going short from here, from 25,850 all the way to 24,700. Not too shabby. I don't care if you have one micro contract, you're eating. You're eating. But yeah, yeah, that's that. So what I would do is just wait to see what's going on here because it seems like it's making a new low compared to a long time ago. So it seems like it's just gonna keep on dropping. Yeah. See, if I had this annotation before, I would anticipate what is going on here and then maybe start going short from there. But hey, you can't catch everything. You can catch a few things here and there. Just like I cannot follow all the market. Oh, talking about follow the market. Let's see how we're doing with gold. Yeah. So when I said gold is heavily manipulated, man, that's it right here. I think it reached what 5,500. Yep, you reached 5,500. A drop on Friday to 46. Ooh, I didn't know drop that low. 4,600? I thought it dropped like around 4,800 something. Yo. And now it's bounced back up. Yo, that's a huge fluctuation. That is a lot of fluctuation for gold. That's not even funny. Yeah, gold usually do not fluctuate that much. On a daily, from 4,600 to 49, that's a 300 point displacement. That is wow. I'm shocked. I mean, just because I don't trade gold, that doesn't mean I don't understand what's going on there. It's just that you rarely see this. I mean, this whole area right here, it's a lot of tricky spot. I mean, if I was trading gold, I wouldn't be able to see that one coming here. I mean, unless I'm dialing on the chart, then I'll probably start seeing when it start dropping, and then probably reverse course. But the thing is, drop to which level? Let's take a look at silver. I guess silver kind of do the same thing as well. Yeah, let's take a look at it on a monthly basis. Man, goodness grief. 116. I remember it dropped to 85, so it continually to drop. Wow. To 79. Okay, now this is going to bounce back up. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't mean it's gonna keep going lower. To me, that's a buying opportunity. And I said this, I think on my weekly review. I said all this drop to me, it means like it's a buying opportunity. Yeah, let's. Yeah, now I'm very curious with gold. Now I want to know what it looks like on the chart. Do I have it up here? Gold is MGC, I think. I just want to get to MGC, bro. All right. Yep. Micro. I mean, a chart is a chart, but jeez. Wait. Nah, is that gold? That's a lot of price swing for gold. 200 points. To me, when you say trading gold, this is usually what I see. Like all day, every day. Go sideways, they poked around. You have no idea like where it's going. To me, when you say trade gold, this is what I see. I don't expect to see this. That's some amazing price action right here. It's a lot of movement. Yep, drop below. Definitely would have went short here. Oh, look at that. Good entry. Yikes. Okay. I don't know. I think I may change my mind about trading gold. Yeah, and that spot. Yep. So to me, when you say trade gold, this is what I see. Yeah, bumpy rides. Back and forth. To me, this is typical gold to me. Yeah, like the whole thing goes sideways, and then I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh. The only way for me to trade this is to just like put a short here, but I may get ran over when it gets here, and then put a buy stop, like put a buy here. To me, that's how I would trade gold. But every now and then, I would just have to accept a loss. So that to me, that would be a short area. Like I would just trade like I'm trading the extreme. Like it's just so extreme and extremely manipulated. I would just trade the extreme. So if I so looking at this, what says 3 a.m. in the morning, where's 7 a.m.? Yeah, yep, 7 a.m. is right here. Oh yeah, I would definitely start going short from here. But since this one is over there, I'll go short from here. Yeah, it'll drop. And then if I don't take a partial, then I'm getting jammed up right here. So after 7, let me put a dot here. Gold. And I would definitely go short from here. I mean, not short, go long from here. Let's say how would I pan out? When you're going back into testing areas, this is kind of like how you need to do it. Okay, you go long from here. Okay, so now I'm looking at this. So yeah, let's just run this scenario right here. Taking out this particular area right there. What would I do? And I don't know what happened here on the right hand side. So I will just wait, take a short. I mean, I want to show this to you so you don't think I'm picking and choosing. And I will just accept my losses at this point. Um, I'll put a short signal here. Boom. Okay. Now, how many of that can I sustain? Wow, that's a lot. I don't know about that. So that would be a loss. Okay. Now I will still go on the tail like this. I will say, you know what? Let me go long from this particular area. So I'm already at a loss with gold. And then see how it if it's going to trade below this, so I can go, so it can go higher. Never got there. Wow. Okay. That's 1 a.m. in the morning, London session. Yeah, never got here. It never got to that level. 50.47. Got close. All right, let's do it that way. 3, 4. Let's just extend it out. See how we do. Nope. Oh, okay. All right. So a drop here. Hopefully it won't stop me out. And it will go long. Okay. That would have been a winning trade. I'll get my partial right here. Let's see if it will get there. Yep. Got my partial right here. And I'll show my stop loss all the way up here. Probably here. Probably show my stop loss here. Okay, so I had a early losing trade, and let's see if it will trigger my stop loss. Not yet. Boom, right here. So trigger my stop loss. Yeah, keep going back up again. Yeah, I would have missed out on all that. I wouldn't re-enter. Now, if I would have re-enter, where would I re-enter? Damn, I don't. I wouldn't trust that to go long again. Yeah, there you go. Sheesh, and it's been dropping since then. Okay, so to me, that's a breaking market structure. Uh, I would definitely go short from that stuff. Yeah, I'll have to wait and see what it does from here. Okay, so one short here, it'll be no win. Oh damn. Oh, all right. Yeah, wouldn't be that bad. Would not be that bad. Wait. Oh, so that's where we're at. That's yeah. See, I forgot. So yeah, that's where you go short from here. Oh, okay. All right. So we're close to that today. Let's see here. Um, since I put a lot of hypotheticals here, where is this thing going? It looks like it's about to head lower, but how much lower is it gonna go? So that's kind of like the thing you need to figure out. Okay, yeah, it's going lower, but how far lower? So this is a 15-minute chart. Mm, dip, dip, went up, dig into it. Oh yeah, it's definitely going lower. And here is a 15-minute gap here. I'm psyched. I'm pumped about gold, man. Come on. Good price action here. Let's see. And I would probably target this area right here. So go short from here, and I'll take my whole target from here. MGC. So this is there's a so the reason why is because you see this huge displacement here. Boom. There's a proportion block. Send it higher. And then leave this portion that is open here. It's gonna retrade into this area. Interesting. Yeah. I wasn't expecting that from gold. Yeah, it looks like I would have been better off if I was trading gold earlier this morning, to be honest. Yeah, I never thought I would say that. The gold looked a lot more attractive this morning. But maybe now not so much. Yeah, like around 940, around 940 something. Like with Nasdaq, it was a lot of back and forth here, a lot of shenanigans. This one, not so much. And this is what I'm talking about. See? Um I want to show the time. So this one, yeah, 950, 940, 950. A quick up, then down. This one here, around 950. Not so lucky. Up, and walk one more, went one up more, and went up some more, and then it dropped. I guess it's the same, but I like this one better. Just one up and done. I like that. Interesting, huh? So is this a potential reversal? It's looking likely. It's looking very much likely. Okay. Yeah, gold is definitely very interesting today. Yeah. All right. I think I stayed a little too long. And I'm looking at this and enjoying this a little too much. Yeah, it seems like it's setting up for a potential reversal. And it looks like it's gonna be fairly quick. And that's ahead. That's before 1:30 p.m. Hmm. Wasn't anticipating that. Well, with that being said, uh, be careful. Trade carefully. As you can see, I'm not trading the big on my I'm just trading the micro, and it's a lot of movement. Yeah. So be careful out there. Until I talk to you next week, and stay tuned for my weekly review by the end of the year. Peace.